I'm Dr. Jocelyn, and today we're diving into something that's been creating quite a buzz in the health community lately. We're talking about a simple, affordable vitamin that you can put right under your tongue, and it might just change the game when it comes to supporting healthy testosterone levels after you hit the big five. Now, before we get into the specifics, I want you to grab a comfortable seat because what I'm about to share with you today is going to challenge some of what you might have heard about testosterone support. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why the sublingual method that's putting something under your tongue is becoming the preferred choice for so many men who are serious about their vitality. Let me start with a story. Just last month, I had a patient come into my office. Let's call him Robert. Robert is 56 years old, works in construction, always been active, always been strong. But lately, he told me he'd been feeling off. His energy was tanking by mid-afternoon, his workout recovery was taking longer, and he just didn't feel like himself anymore. His words, not mine. Sound familiar? Well, Robert's story is the story of millions of men over 50, and it all comes down to one crucial hormone, testosterone. Now here's the thing about testosterone. After you turn 30, your testosterone levels naturally start declining by about 1 to 2% every single year. Do the math with me here. By the time you're 50, you could be looking at a 20 to 40% drop from your peak levels. That's significant. That's life-changing significant. And this decline doesn't just affect your energy or your muscle mass. We're talking about your mood, your cognitive function, your bone density, your cardiovascular health, and yes, your intimate relationships too. But here's where it gets interesting, and this is what most people don't understand. The problem isn't always just about how much testosterone your body is producing. It's also about how well your body can actually use what it's producing. And this is where our star ingredient comes in. Let me introduce you to vitamin D3. Now I know what you're thinking. Vitamin D, that's the sunshine vitamin, right? What does that have to do with testosterone? Well, let me tell you, the connection is far more powerful than most people realize. And the research backing this up is absolutely fascinating. Vitamin D is not technically just a vitamin. It's actually a hormone precursor, which means your body uses it to make other hormones, including testosterone. Multiple studies have shown a direct correlation between vitamin D levels and testosterone levels in men. In fact, one landmark study published in the journal Hormone and Metabolic Research found that men who supplemented with 3,332 international units of vitamin D daily for 1 year saw their testosterone levels increase by approximately 25%. 25%. That's not a small bump. That's a significant, measurable, life-changing increase. But here's where the sublingual method comes into play. And this is crucial. When you take vitamin D orally, meaning you swallow a pill or capsule, it has to go through your entire digestive system. It gets broken down by stomach acid, processed by your liver, and only then does it enter your bloodstream. This process can take hours, and you lose a significant portion of that vitamin along the way. Studies suggest that oral absorption rates for vitamin D can be as low as 50% in some individuals, especially in those with digestive issues or as we age and our digestive efficiency decreases. Now, when you put vitamin D under your tongue, something remarkable happens. The mucous membranes under your tongue are incredibly thin and highly vascularized, meaning they're packed with blood vessels. When you place a sublingual vitamin D supplement under your tongue and let it dissolve, those active compounds are absorbed directly into your bloodstream, bypassing your digestive system entirely. This means faster absorption, higher bioavailability, and more of that precious vitamin actually making it to where it needs to go. We're talking about absorption rates that can be up to 90% or higher. And you start seeing effects within 15 to 30 minutes rather than hours. Now let's talk about dosing for a moment, because this is where a lot of men get confused. The recommended daily allowance for vitamin D is 600 international units for most adults. But here's the problem with that recommendation. It was designed to prevent deficiency diseases like rickets, not to optimize hormone levels for testosterone support. The research suggests that most men over 50 need somewhere between 2,000 to 5,000 international units daily, depending on their current levels, their sun exposure, their body weight, and their individual health status. And here's something else you need to know. If you're deficient in vitamin D, and statistically speaking, about 42% of American adults are, you're not going to see optimal testosterone production no matter what else you do. But vitamin D doesn't work alone. And this is where we need to talk about the supporting cast of ingredients that can amplify its effects and create a comprehensive approach to testosterone support. Let's talk about zinc next. Zinc is absolutely critical for testosterone production. It's involved in the conversion of cholesterol into testosterone, and it also helps inhibit the enzyme aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. Now here's the problem. Zinc deficiency is incredibly common, especially in older men. Studies have shown that zinc supplementation can increase testosterone levels significantly, particularly in men who are deficient. One study found that men with low testosterone who supplemented with 30 milligrams of zinc daily for 6 months saw their testosterone levels nearly double. That's powerful stuff. The sublingual delivery method for zinc is particularly interesting because zinc can be harsh on the stomach when taken orally, causing nausea in some people. But when you take it sublingually, you bypass the stomach entirely, reducing the risk of digestive discomfort while improving absorption. The ideal form for sublingual use is zinc citrate or zinc gluconate, as these forms dissolve well and are highly bioavailable. Now let's talk about magnesium, another often overlooked mineral that plays a crucial role in testosterone production. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including several that are directly related to testosterone synthesis. Research has shown that magnesium supplementation can increase both free and total testosterone levels, especially in men who exercise regularly. One particularly interesting study found that athletes who supplemented with magnesium saw a 24% increase in free testosterone levels after just 4 weeks. The sublingual form of magnesium, typically magnesium chloride, is absorbed exceptionally well through the oral mucosa. And because magnesium also supports sleep quality, and we know that testosterone production peaks during sleep, you're getting a double benefit here. Poor sleep is one of the fastest ways to tank your testosterone levels. So anything that improves sleep quality while directly supporting testosterone production is a win-win in my book. Now let's talk about something a bit more exotic, boron. Boron is a trace mineral that most people have never even heard of, but the research on boron and testosterone is absolutely compelling. Studies have shown that supplementing with just 6 milligrams of boron daily can increase free testosterone levels by nearly 30% within just 1 week. How does it work? Boron appears to reduce the amount of testosterone that gets bound to sex hormone binding globulin, which means more free testosterone circulating in your bloodstream where it can actually do its job. Boron also appears to reduce inflammation and support healthy estrogen metabolism, which is important because as men age, they often experience an increase in estrogen levels relative to testosterone, a condition sometimes called estrogen dominance. By supporting healthy estrogen metabolism, boron helps maintain that crucial balance between testosterone and estrogen that's so important for male vitality. The sublingual delivery of boron ensures rapid absorption and utilization. Because it's needed in such small amounts, a sublingual tablet can deliver the perfect dose without any risk of overdoing it. And you'll feel the effects much faster than with oral supplementation. Next up, let's discuss vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form. Now, you might be wondering what vitamin K has to do with testosterone, and the connection is fascinating. Vitamin K2 plays a crucial role in directing calcium to where it belongs, your bones and teeth, and away from where it doesn't belong, your arteries and soft tissues. But recent research has uncovered another role. Vitamin K2 appears to stimulate testosterone production in the Leydig cells of the testes. Animal studies have shown significant increases in testosterone production with vitamin K2 supplementation. And while we need more human studies, the preliminary evidence is very promising. The reason we specifically want the MK7 form is because it has a much longer half-life in the body compared to other forms of vitamin K, meaning it stays active in your system longer and provides more sustained benefits. When delivered sublingually, vitamin K2 MK7 bypasses first-pass metabolism in the liver, which means more of it remains in its active form and available for use by your cells. Now, there's another ingredient that deserves our attention, and that's fenugreek extract. Fenugreek is an herb that's been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine, but modern science is now validating what ancient healers knew all along. Fenugreek contains compounds called furostenolic saponins that appear to stimulate testosterone production and, importantly, help free up bound testosterone so more of it is available in its free active form. Clinical studies on fenugreek are impressive. One study found that men supplementing with fenugreek extract saw significant improvements in sexual function, energy levels, and overall well-being, with corresponding increases in free testosterone levels. Another study showed improvements in strength and body composition in men taking fenugreek while resistance training. When fenugreek is delivered sublingually, its active compounds are absorbed quickly and efficiently. The typical sublingual dose ranges from 300 to 600 milligrams of a standardized extract, and men often report noticing effects within a few weeks of consistent use. Let's also talk about vitamin B6, particularly in its active form, pyridoxal 5-phosphate. B6 is crucial for the production of neurotransmitters and hormones, and it plays a specific role in regulating prolactin levels. Here's why that matters. Elevated prolactin can suppress testosterone production. By helping to keep prolactin levels in check, B6 indirectly supports healthy testosterone levels. Studies have also shown that B6 supplementation can improve mood and reduce symptoms of mild depression, which is important because mental health and testosterone levels are closely intertwined. The sublingual delivery of B6 ensures rapid absorption and immediate availability for the biochemical reactions that need it. Because B vitamins are water-soluble, they're particularly well-suited for sublingual delivery, as they dissolve easily and are readily absorbed through the mucous membranes. Another powerful ingredient worth discussing is ashwagandha extract. This ancient adaptogenic herb has gained tremendous attention in recent years for its ability to support hormonal balance and reduce stress. And here's why that matters for testosterone. Chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, and elevated cortisol is one of the primary enemies of healthy testosterone production. Ashwagandha has been shown in multiple studies to reduce cortisol levels significantly. In one randomized controlled trial, men taking ashwagandha extract experienced a 14.7% increase in testosterone levels compared to placebo. They also reported improvements in muscle strength, recovery, and overall vitality. The mechanism is multifaceted. Ashwagandha not only helps regulate the stress response, but also appears to have direct effects on testosterone production pathways. When delivered sublingually, ashwagandha's active compounds, particularly the withanolides, are absorbed rapidly and begin working quickly to modulate your stress hormone response and support healthy testosterone levels. So now let's put this all together. What we're looking at here is a comprehensive, synergistic approach to supporting healthy testosterone levels. Each of these ingredients, vitamin D3, zinc, magnesium, boron, vitamin K2, fenugreek, B6, and ashwagandha, works through different mechanisms. But when combined and delivered sublingually for maximum absorption, they create a powerful formula that addresses testosterone support from multiple angles simultaneously. This is not about taking one magic pill and expecting overnight miracles. This is about giving your body the specific nutrients it needs in the most bioavailable form possible to optimize its natural hormone production. It's about working with your body's biology, not against it. Now, I want to address something important. Sublingual supplements are not all created equal. The quality of the ingredients, the purity of the formulation, and the manufacturing standards all matter tremendously. You want to look for products that are third-party tested, manufactured in certified facilities, and transparent about their ingredient sources and dosages. Cheaper products often use inferior forms of these nutrients that don't dissolve well or absorb effectively sublingually. Let me also be clear about expectations. While the research on these ingredients is compelling and the sublingual delivery method offers superior absorption, individual results will vary. Factors like your current hormone levels, overall health status, diet, exercise habits, sleep quality, and stress levels all play significant roles in your testosterone levels. These sublingual supplements should be viewed as one important component of a comprehensive approach to male vitality, not a standalone solution. That said, the men I've worked with who've incorporated high-quality sublingual testosterone support formulas into their daily routine, along with proper nutrition, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress management consistently report remarkable improvements. They tell me about increased energy that lasts throughout the day, better workout performance and recovery, improved mental clarity and focus, enhanced mood and motivation, and yes, improvements in their intimate relationships as well. Remember Robert, the patient I told you about at the beginning? After we discussed his options, he decided to try a comprehensive sublingual formula containing these key ingredients. He also committed to cleaning up his diet, prioritizing sleep, and managing his stress better. 3 months later, when he came back for a follow-up, the transformation was remarkable. His energy was back, his strength had improved, and he told me he felt like himself again for the first time in years. His lab work confirmed what he was feeling. His testosterone levels had increased significantly and were now in the optimal range for his age. Now, I always recommend working with a healthcare provider before starting any new supplement regimen, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. Getting baseline lab work done can also be incredibly helpful, so you can track your progress objectively and make adjustments as needed. The beauty of the sublingual delivery method is that you can start seeing and feeling results relatively quickly. Many men report noticing improvements in energy and mood within the first few weeks, with more significant changes in body composition and strength becoming apparent over 2 to 3 months of consistent use. One of the questions I get asked frequently is about timing. When is the best time to take sublingual testosterone support supplements? The research suggests that taking them in the morning, ideally with breakfast, tends to work well for most men. This aligns with your body's natural testosterone production rhythm, which peaks in the morning. However, some men prefer splitting their dose, taking half in the morning and half in the early afternoon, especially if their formula contains ingredients like magnesium that also support sleep quality. It's also worth noting that consistency is key. These aren't medications that you take as needed. Your body needs a consistent supply of these nutrients to maintain optimal hormone production. Think of it like building a foundation. You wouldn't expect to build a strong foundation by showing up to the construction site randomly whenever you feel like it. The same principle applies here. Daily consistency over time is what produces lasting results. Another aspect that deserves attention is the quality of life improvements that go beyond just numbers on a lab report. Yes, healthy testosterone levels support muscle mass, bone density, and metabolic health, but they also profoundly impact your psychological and emotional well-being. Men with optimized testosterone levels report feeling more confident, more motivated, more capable of handling stress, and more engaged with life. They show up differently in their relationships, their work, and their personal pursuits. This is about reclaiming your vitality and living life on your terms, not resigning yourself to feeling less than your best just because you've crossed a certain age threshold. I also want to address a common misconception. Supporting healthy testosterone levels naturally through nutrition and supplementation is fundamentally different from testosterone replacement therapy or using synthetic hormones. What we're talking about here is giving your body the tools it needs to produce its own hormones naturally. This approach works with your endocrine system, not overriding it. It's safer, more sustainable, and doesn't carry the same risks and side effects associated with hormone replacement therapies. That said, there are certainly cases where hormone replacement therapy is medically necessary and appropriate. I'm not suggesting that supplements can or should replace medical treatment for diagnosed hormonal disorders. But for the vast majority of men experiencing age-related decline in testosterone, optimizing nutrition and supplementation, particularly through superior delivery methods like sublingual absorption, can make a profound difference without needing to go the pharmaceutical route. Let's talk about cost effectiveness for a moment. High-quality sublingual testosterone support supplements typically cost somewhere between $1 to $2 per day. Compare that to the thousands of dollars men often spend on testosterone replacement therapy, not to mention the time commitment for regular medical visits and monitoring. When you factor in the superior absorption rates and the comprehensive nutritional support you're getting from a well-formulated sublingual product, the value proposition becomes very clear. I've had men tell me they wish they'd known about this approach years earlier. They spent so much time feeling less than optimal, assuming it was just an inevitable part of aging, when simple, affordable nutritional support could have made a significant difference. That's why I'm so passionate about getting this information out there. Too many men suffer in silence, either unaware that help is available or skeptical that anything natural could actually work. The science is clear. These nutrients play crucial roles in testosterone production and hormone balance. The sublingual delivery method offers superior bioavailability compared to traditional oral supplementation, and the real-world results speak for themselves. Thousands of men are experiencing renewed vitality, energy, and confidence by taking this approach seriously. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Your testosterone levels are not set in stone. Age-related decline is natural, but it doesn't have to be dramatic or debilitating. By understanding what your body needs and providing those nutrients in the most effective form possible, you can support healthy hormone levels and maintain your vitality well into your later years. The sublingual method we've discussed today represents a significant advancement in how we approach testosterone support, combining cutting-edge delivery technology with time-tested nutrients that your body actually needs. If you're experiencing symptoms of declining testosterone, low energy, reduced muscle mass, difficulty recovering from workouts, mood changes, or decreased libido, I encourage you to explore this option. Talk to your healthcare provider, get your levels tested, and consider incorporating a high-quality sublingual testosterone support formula into your daily routine. Combined with a healthy lifestyle, adequate sleep, regular exercise, and stress management, you might be surprised at just how good you can feel. Remember, this isn't about chasing some unrealistic ideal or trying to turn back the clock to your 20s. It's about optimizing your health so you can show up fully in your life, pursue your goals with energy and confidence, and enjoy all the years ahead with vitality and purpose. You deserve to feel your best, regardless of your age. And with the right approach, that's absolutely achievable. Thank you for watching. If you found this information valuable, please share it with other men who might benefit. And remember, investing in your health is the best investment you can make. Take care of your body, give it what it needs, and it will take care of you. I'm Dr. Jocelyn, and I'll see you in the next video.